Warning: the opinions expressed in this video do not represent YouTube, associations, agencies, nor any particular individuals. They are merely from a team assembled trying to pass the boredom of everyday life. Some explicit content may occur in this or future presentations. Viewer discretion may be advised. But ignore it if you're into that thing.
What's going on, guys? Your Big Bad Wolf Benny here.
I'm Wild Man Wes.
I'm Valzilla.
And we are on day 30. It has been a long, grueling process. Those of you who were with us last year, you know how hard this is every day, all day. Horror movies.
The bags under our eyes. I mean, well, Valzilla here got a little dolled up for the occasion because we got a great movie in store.
And the great movie we're talking about is 1980's Prom Night, starring Jamie Lee Curtis and Leslie Nielsen. Those are the two big names probably associated with the movie. Now, the movie starts off, there's kids who are playing, I guess their equivalent of hide-and-seek or Ghosts in the Graveyard. And it's killers are coming.
Killers are coming.
So, there's four of them and they're playing. And when they're, as they're playing, there's another group of kids, all siblings walking by. The youngest girl, who I'm pretty sure they were supposed to be twins, right? I mean, they dressed the boy and the girl the same. I'm going to say they were twins.
Yeah, give or take.
So they were twins, so she got curious and wanted to go inside. Well, the one big kid, Nick, didn't like that, and they accidentally kill her on accident. It is an accident, but they don't tell anybody.
Whoops. You shouldn't have done that.
So anyway, 6 years go by, and the oldest sister, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, is now a senior, and they're getting ready to go to prom. Now, as all the kids are leaving to go to school, the four who accidentally caused the death are getting phone calls from a very deep-throaty guy, you know, telling them it's his turn. So yeah. So not to ruin any more of the movie for you, throughout the movie, periodically, some of the kids die, some of them survive. I'm not going to ruin it for you.
You gotta watch for yourself.
Yeah.
Most of you have watched it, and as always, this movie was made in 1980, so be sure you go to your local video retailer and get yourself a copy. Or just download it online now.
Oops! Breaking the fourth wall, man.
Well, dude, I'm like Deadpool. That's just how it is.
but
Come on. It's about
so, anyways, so yeah, it's great. It came out in the 80s. You can tell it came out in the 80s because disco was still kind of a thing. You guys remember disco?
Disco Madness was the theme of the prom.
Yeah.
I remember.
So yeah. So that's what
Disco
happens.
music was featured.
Oh, yeah.
So now, why don't we jump into what was good about the movie, what was bad about the movie, and then we'll ultimately give it a grade as a group. So I'm going to pass off our friend the head to the Wild Man and let him start us off. What did you like about Prom Night?
I like the suspense, the factor, the full-on chase. I mean, the chase with what, Wendy? I believe it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it goes on and on and on, and the payoff is just perfect.
And you know what? Like, she was probably the one when she got it was like, I'm like, thank you. She was kind of
Not she was a sparkly one, right?
Yeah, yeah, and
she was kind of the whole movie.
There is one thing that a lot of reviewers and a lot of people that have written articles in for horror movies during the time, because this takes place in 1980, or I mean, at least the movie was filmed, and with the MPAA, the way how it was post-Hays Act and post-Hays Code about violence, a lot of people have said that what you normally don't see in the violence in the movies makes it scarier. Now, some of this, the violence that happens with some of the kills, you don't see a whole lot. You see a little bit of special effect, but for the most part, the moments of impact, you really don't see. Except, my favorite moment is Lou getting his head chopped off. It just looks like literally, the way how his head bounces, it reminds me of Here Comes the Boom, when the muffin hits the oak. That's what it makes me think of. Laugh my ass off every time. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much what I like about it.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Passing off to Valzilla here.
I will agree, it was a lot like a hockey stick hitting a hockey puck with the head, and it was just like, what? I was more like, I didn't realize I was supposed to be laughing. I thought it was a horror movie.
Sorry, honey.
My sister's the same way, where she'll watch horror movies and laugh like a serial killer.
Well, some of us aren't normal in the head.
Yeah, she's scary.
She's probably watching though too.
Oh, sorry, sweetie.
It's all right.
Yeah.
The truth shall set you free.
Okay.
Anyway, but I will admit, the best dressed. Well, no. I will admit, all that glitters and shines is the best dressed. And it's true because she was quite nasty, but she was my favorite. So that's what's going on with this. And I was like, Mom, do my hair like Farrah Fawcett. And she's like, I have a headache. So, you know, I tried bumping it up.
It was a perfect.
Still look amazing as always, sweetie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I did think there was a few, like, oh, I don't really understand what's going on, I'm too dumb moments. But I did like the suspense and the, I don't know, I just liked it.
Well, what I like about this movie is pretty much everything. I mean, well, we'll get into what I didn't like when we get to the bad side of the movie. But what I did like about the movie was, well, everything. It's kind of a very good, how to put this? It is a good frame of reference for other horror movies to like set up their diagram of how to make a good suspenseful horror movie. Like,
right.
Pretty much think of what Jamie Kennedy's character says in Scream. Watch Prom Night, everybody's a suspect.
Right.
So, boom, that's what I'm trying to get at. And when you watch the movie, you kind of realize, yeah, they said it perfect. So you have the beginning where the tragedy happens. You have when they come to present day, and you have the killer who's been waiting patiently 6 years to get make sure everybody gets their comeuppance. And then when you find out why this killer killed, you kind of, I don't want to say sympathize, but you understand where this killer is coming from. So go watch it. Don't live it.
No.
I mean, go to prom. Hopefully you're not going to a disco prom now, but hey, if you do, stay away from mass people.
No. It's 2018. You know, remember all these young kids are bringing the 80s back, which never left, by the way. I mean, come on. I'm wearing a Jason shirt.
Don't bring disco back, though. Sorry, guys. I can't do it.
No, we don't.
Well, the beach would be cool. But.
Well, except for you know, Andy Gibb. Sorry.
All right. Well, why don't we jump into what we didn't like? And I'll start off this one.
Oh.
So my only complaint about the movie is they made the typical stereotypical Italian guy the bully. I didn't like that. Not all of us, you know, Italian people are like that, you know. Yeah, we're all big and brawny and we have a way with the ladies apparently, but not all bullies, damn.
No, but I'll interject something what I don't like on that one.
Harsh, man. Poor Lou. I mean, he kind of had coming what happened, but man. All right, pass this off to Valzilla. Woo!
Like I mentioned, there was those like, oh, I don't get it, even though it's totally kind of spelled out for me. I'm just a dumb girl about it. But I don't know. I thought some of the costumes were better than others, and some of them just kind of looked frumpy. But maybe that's 80s. But why are some girls more glamorous and some girls like huge?
Yeah, because like Jamie Lee Curtis's dad was the principal,
yeah,
and she had one of the gaudiest, bro. Like the,
I don't know. Like we're not at a funeral. You don't have to look huge.
Yeah, if we have any older subscribers on the channel, if you actually went to prom in the 80s, interject for us down below in our beautiful comment section that barely ever gets used.
Yeah, we're still dusting the cobwebs off
it just kind of reminded me of like I went to this church where it was kind of like this church where people would go when they were past 70, and I was one of the few people that was under 17 that would go there when I was growing up, and so yeah, it was like 70 and up church, and so yeah, I saw a lot of the clothes that I saw people wear were at this prom, and they weren't good there at the church, I'm sorry to tell you, and they weren't good at this prom, and they were just not, they were maybe good for Jesus, but they weren't sexy prom wear.
Oh, I get where you're coming from. I mean,
I don't know, they were...
even some of the suits the guys were wearing was kind of really uptight, like...
Yeah.
I don't know, I just didn't think it was very flattering. It was just kind of frumpy. I mean, modest is cool, but can't you be modest and, like, colorful or not like, blah! I don't know how else to say it.
Fair enough. What I don't like about this movie. Okay, now, I'm aware of the fact that you kind of have to build up suspense in a horror film to get to that climactic moment of just, boom, the horror. The movie is 89 minutes long, and it literally took about an hour and 5 minutes before anybody really died, anything really scary happened. I mean, apart from the sister, yeah. Apart from that, it drags on a little bit. It really does. I mean, you get those the phone calls and everything like that. It just seems like there was, it seemed like there was just a lot of subtext that just didn't really need to happen. I mean, we get it. They were looking for a killer, but it seemed like they're just it seemed like the detectives just weren't even, you know,
They didn't care.
Like they didn't even care.
No, I get you on that.
There's a killer,
But-
I gotta get lunch soon.
Biggest problem with it, because of the movie, doesn't it kind of remind you of a 70s movie that was based on a Stephen King book? Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Minus telepathy, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, literally, murder at a prom, it was done. I'm sorry, that is my biggest gripe, because, I mean, I've seen the movie before, and it's been like years since I watched it, and I just relived it. And just the way how it was set up, even the look of the dance, or where the prom was taking place in the gymnasium. I mean, literally, didn't it look a little Carrie-esque to you? Even the dresses and the suits.
Yeah.
But
I was waiting for Tommy to come out with the curly frickin' fro. That's what I mean. Most of those guys in that movie had the Tommy fro.
But there is the thing about, like, if you can knock it off but do better, like how Lady Gaga did with Madonna or how Pepsi did with Cola, if you can knock it off but do better than the original people, why not?
Well, I mean, yes.
I kind of liked this one better than Carrie, because Carrie kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm just weirdo, but Carrie, the idea of, I haven't actually seen Carrie, but the idea of Carrie freaks me out, so I don't want to see Carrie.
Fair enough. It was just kind of,
I don't know. I could handle this one. Maybe I'm just not hardcore enough for Carrie.
I'm not taking anything away from Carrie, or I mean, not from prom night, but it's just, I'm not promoting the fact, but I'm not denying the fact either. It's just kind of that.
Yeah, it was kind of a little bit of a knock-up, you're right.
It was more just little, similarities, but it was just the dance itself, the way how the gymnasium looked. If you did frame by frame with the movie Carrie, if you do them frame by frame, even just the build-up. Like right,
I can see that.
Well, because even with Lou and the guy in the
Travolta,
that's exactly what it was. And
both Italians again. Italians always get pegged as bullies. Why?
I mean, and then the that hires him to go pull a prank or something bad. That literally happened in Carrie with the pig's blood. So that's why I've got an issue with it. But I'm dropping it, robble.
All right. Well, why don't we jump into then what we would grade this movie?
What do you want to grade it? Just tell me. Yeah. He says he can't. Alcino's not here. So, all right. Well, anyways, I'm going to give it a grade. I'm going to be very fair. Apart from a little bit of the longevity of lack of suspense here and there and the kind of Carrie ripoff, I'm going to go ahead and give this one a B+. It's a good movie. I'm not...
Definitely check it out.
I'm just saying especially because of how Carrie-esque it is, I really have to hit it hard with the grade. But other than that, it's a great movie. I love it.
Fair enough.
Easy there, sweetheart.
Head on. No.
Head-on collision. You're so punny.
No, this one was one of my more favorite ones. Like, even one of my more favorite movies ever. So I would say, even though there was some problematic things, I would say maybe more of like an A-. Because, like, I almost cried at the end.
Watch it, guys.
I don't know, I'm just kind of a tearjerker in general. But it just kind of seemed realistic almost. Or at least the beginning.
It could happen.
It seems like it probably does happen.
I'm sure this has happened before in real life. Well, guys, I'm probably going to give this movie an A, because besides the whole Italian being the bad guy thing again, I'm sorry. It's a great movie. I'm going to disagree with The Wild Man a little bit. I thought the suspense was good. I thought everything moved along. It was only, like I said, 89 minutes, you said? Hour?
Yeah.
So not too long of a movie. You know, most movies nowadays are like 2 hours, so you're getting a decent movie. Actually, better than a decent movie.
No,
I know what you're saying.
It's just, I wish, when I watch a horror movie, oh man, I'm trying to remember who said it best. They said especially because Prom Night's considered a slasher film. Yes, slasher film. But anyways, slasher film is like a Broadway musical. You cannot go 5 minutes without a kill. You can't go 5 minutes without a song.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Because we already had Halloween, we had Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we had a couple other, slasher type films before 1980.
He makes a very good point about that they did go a little too long between each kill.
And Friday the 13th came out in 1980. I don't know which one came out first. Actually, Friday the 13th did come out first.
Friday the 13th.
So, yeah, boom.
But anyway, guys.
Logic.
Overall, this movie probably gets around like an A-, B+, somewhere around there. So overall, not a bad flick. Definitely check it out. Like I said, it's very good for setting up how a good horror movie should be set up. You have your tragic event, you have the build-up, and then you have finally the kill. So anyway, guys, this has been day 30. We would like to wish all of you, from everybody, unfortunately, DC and Paul Phoenix could not be here with us tonight, but the whole channel would like to wish you a very happy and safe Halloween. Because remember, guys, it's an ancient tradition, not just for kids to go out and collect candy, but to also respect the dead, the creatures that haunt the nights that come out on this great, great holiday. I wish we had the less longer than a day, but we'll take the day.
Every day is Halloween for me.
So anyway, guys, have a good one. Be safe. Make sure you check that candy.
Yes.
And keep your eyes out for strangers, because you never know who's out there and who's crazy and who's not. So, from the Wild Wolf Show, happy Halloween.
I'm Wild Man Wes.
I'm Valza.
And I am the Big Bad Wolf Benny.
And stay tuned. One more day, and we have one of the greatest trilogies of all time. Because last year, we didn't do it because he passed away. But we all know George A. Romero is looking down on us. Or maybe up. But the dead will walk the earth tomorrow. Stay tuned.
Finally came down to this.
Well, you kind of knew it was going to end this way, buddy.
Yeah. Think George would be proud of us?
Oh, hell yeah.
I think he will.
These zombies picked the wrong warp zone.
I think it's about time we find out who really is afraid of the Big Bad Wolf.
Whatever you say, kiddies. Who's Uncle Wildman to say no to a little zombie killing? Strike a pose!